It's Thursday, October 30th. Here's what's going on with the government shutdown and the food assistance program, SNAP. It's a program that feeds almost 41 million Americans. I'm Gloria Moraga with Political News. Please subscribe. Some senators, Democrats, and a couple of Republicans tried to get a vote on legislation to fund SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. This is the Senate floor yesterday.
President Trump is choosing to inflict pain on American families by holding meals hostage. That's why I'm leading this legislation to ensure no child, parent, or veteran misses a meal because of the Republican shutdown. It also says that if states, tribal governments are in a position right now to actually fund SNAP programs, that they do get reimbursed, unlike what President Trump has been threatening them that they will not. We cannot stand by and let our neighbors go hungry. So I urge my colleagues on both sides of the aisle, and I appreciate everyone that's reached out to my office to have a conversation about this piece of legislation. I hope we can work together, we find a path forward. But I urge my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to come together to pass this bill now, fund SNAP, fund WIC, before this hunger crisis hits our communities. So, Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the Senate proceed to immediate consideration of S. 3071, introduced earlier today, that the bill be considered read 3 times and passed, and that the motion to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Is there an objection?
Mr. President.
The Majority Leader.
Thank you. Reserving the right to object, let me just point out, if I might, that we are 29 days into a Democrat shutdown. And the senator from New Mexico was absolutely right. SNAP recipients shouldn't go without food. People should be getting paid in this country. And we've tried to do that 13 times. And you voted no 13 times. This isn't a political game. These are real people's lives that we're talking about. And you all have just figured out, 29 days in, that, there might be some consequences. There are people who run out of money. Yeah, we're 29 days in. And they've done their best to make sure that a lot of these programs are funded. But at some point, the government runs out of money. 13 times people over here voted to fund SNAP. 13 times they voted to fund WIC. My aching back. Finally realized this thing has consequences. Well, you know what? What Democrats are doing here, they're making plans to keep the shutdown going. And they realize, all of a sudden, 29 days in, that this is a real consequence, real life pain for American families. Something that results from their shutdown. So are they making plans to end the shutdown and reopen the government? Nope. They're going to propose a bill to fund food stamps during their shutdown. Mr. President, this request is a transparent admission that Democrats want to keep the shutdown for what? Another month? Longer? This bill is a cynical attempt to provide political cover for Democrats to allow them to carry on their government shutdown for the long term. Now, I'll point out, we did 13 short-term clean CRs when they had the majority and President Biden was in the White House. 13. They've now voted 13 times against a clean CR. I have no idea where you're coming from. The Democrat leader said that President Trump could end this with a stroke of his pen. And he's right. We passed that bill with a stroke of his pen, he'll sign it into law. And the government opens up. And SNAP beneficiaries, SNAP recipients get food assistance. But you know what else? TSA workers get paid. Air traffic controllers get paid. Border Patrol agents get paid. Troops get paid. These people here get paid. who are working without pay. You want to extend that and keep that going?
Senator John Thune, not beautiful when he's angry. He is a millionaire, so of course he doesn't have to worry about where his next meal is coming from. So here's what's going on. States are doing what they can to keep people fed. A number of governors and attorneys generals have sued Trump to keep SNAP funded. The state of New York has declared a state of emergency to get food to people, and other states might do the same. And a judge may order the Trump regime to partially fund SNAP. If that happens, I'll post a video update later tonight to keep you updated. Gloria Moraga with Political News. Subscribe.